Jake and Marissa needed a break. Work had drained them, and their relationship was beginning to feel more like a routine than a romance. So when Marissa found a secluded mountain hotel with no cell service and old-school charm, Jake reluctantly agreed. They packed light, drove for hours through winding forest roads, and reached the Elmswood Hotel just before nightfall. It looked old, not vintage, not quaint, just old, like time had stopped paying attention to it. "Are you sure this place is even open?" Jake muttered as they stepped into the lobby. The woman at the front desk looked up. Her eyes were sunken, her smile fixed and artificial, as if she'd practiced it in front of a mirror too many times. "Welcome," she said. "Room 306 is ready for you." Jake glanced at Marissa. "We didn't mention a room number." Marissa just shrugged. "Let's not overthink it." Room 306 was cold, despite the radiator hissing like it was trying to breathe. The wallpaper peeled in corners, and the mirror above the dresser was covered with a thin white sheet. "Creepy," Marissa said, pulling the sheet off. The mirror was smeared. Words written in the condensation, "You shouldn't be here." Jake blinked. "Did you do that?" Marissa shook her head. "No, it's probably just leftover from some prank." They wiped it clean. That night, the knocking started. At 1:17 a.m., sharp and deliberate, first on the door, then from the inside of the walls, then under the bed, Jake checked every corner. No one. But when he looked in the mirror again, the reflection wasn't right. In the mirror, Marissa was sitting up, staring at him with black eyes. He turned. Marissa was asleep, breathing shallow. Then the whisper came inches from his ear. "She's not yours anymore." The next morning, Marissa was different. Distant. She barely looked at Jake, her speech flat and slow. When he asked if she was okay, she just smiled and said, "I'm starting to feel at home here." Jake tried to leave. The front desk woman was gone. The lobby doors were locked. His phone showed only static on the screen. Outside the windows, the forest was no longer there, just black fog curling against the glass like it was watching. And then he saw it again, in the hallway mirror, Marissa behind him. But her face was peeling, her smile far too wide. Not as Marissa. He ran back to the room. She was still there, sitting on the bed, humming a lullaby he'd never heard her sing before. "Where would you go, Jake?" she asked, tilting her head. "This is where we belong now." That night, he didn't sleep. He watched her instead. She never blinked, just stared at the door, waiting for someone else to check in. Locals say Elmswood Hotel burned down in 1972 after a fire trapped a dozen guests. But somehow people still find it. Still check in. No one ever checks out.